England's national team is preparing in the best possible way for the World Cup in the United States, with Harry Kane revealing his secret technique for conquering the title. On the other side, Real Madrid are speeding up in the transfer market and have already completed their first signing of the summer. Welcome to 12th League Daily, the sharp daily roundup of football news. Across the channel, national fervour has taken over the front pages. Mirror Sport leads the way with a striking statement of belief: "Kane, I've had a dream." The paper reveals the Bayern Munich striker's comments to our colleagues at L'Équipe. Kane explains that he uses visualization techniques intensively to prepare for the world stage. "I try to picture the stadium where I'm going to play, the type of opponent I'm going to face, my position on the pitch. I would be lying if I said I had never imagined myself lifting the World Cup." This obsession with winning coincides visually with the unveiling of his wax statue at London's famous Madame Tussauds Museum, a symbol of his status as a national icon. That same fervour is shared by the Daily Star Sport, which plays with a sharp pun on its front page, "American Dream," showing the England captain virtually lifting the golden trophy in the New York sky. To carry this dream, head coach Thomas Tuchel has already settled one crucial issue: the allocation of the mythical number 10 shirt. As reported by the Daily Express Sport and Daily Star Sport, it is Real Madrid youngster Jude Bellingham who inherits this precious number, giving himself a major boost, starter for 10, in the battle with Morgan Rogers for the central playmaker role, while Harry Kane will wear 9 and Marcus Rashford 11. To adapt to the conditions of a sweltering summer, England have also set up camp in humid Florida right in hurricane season, a decision analysed in detail by the Times Sport. While the national team sweats under the tropics, English club football is going through a major period of managerial turbulence. It is official: Andoni Iraola will be unveiled this week as Liverpool's new manager, succeeding Arne Slot after reaching a verbal agreement on a 2-year contract. This appointment, driven by sporting director Richard Hughes, leads the joint coverage of Mirror Sport and the Times Sport. The carousel keeps turning. Marco Silva is officially leaving Fulham after 5 years of loyal service to join Benfica Lisbon. He is being tipped to replace Jose Mourinho, who will take over at Real Madrid next season. Finally, the English press turns its attention to the ending of the incredible Spygate affair at Southampton. Manager Tonda Eckert looks devastated on the front page of Daily Express Sport. "Eckert, blame me." He takes full responsibility for sending an intern to spy on Middlesbrough's secret training sessions, a form of cheating that led to the Saints being outright disqualified from the playoff final. Despite the catastrophe, the club owner has ruled out any dismissal, maintaining his confidence in the German coach. On the transfer front, Manchester United have completed the signing of Éderson, the Atalanta Bergamo defensive midfielder, for a fee of €45 million. He will sign a 4-year contract plus an optional additional year with the Red Devils. Éderson will therefore become Casemiro's successor. Finally, let's leave the United Kingdom for the Iberian Peninsula, where the transfer market is intertwined with fierce political tension. In Madrid, Marca makes a major splash by unveiling the brutal election campaign shaking Real Madrid. While Florentino Pérez seemed to rule unchallenged, opposition candidate Enrique Riquelme appears on the front page with an aggressive message: "El Real Madrid no está en venta, está en juego." Real Madrid is not for sale, it is at stake. Riquelme is making a bold move by leaning on the aura of Raúl, whom he plans to appoint as sporting director in order to win over the socios ahead of the June 7th vote. The tone is just as forceful in the pages of the Catalan newspaper Mundo Deportivo, where Riquelme delivers a cutting line: "Florentino is the owner of Madrid." He says he is going to sell the club to give it to the socios, but the club already belongs to the socios, while also denouncing the confiscation of democratic power within the merengue club. On the transfer front, Marca reveals that Madrid's recruitment department has activated two major international targets under the headline Dumfries and Konaté en el radar. The French centre-back Ibrahima Konaté, at the end of his cycle at Liverpool and out of contract, has already announced his departure from the Reds and should soon sign for the Merengues, according to AS. On the right flank, Real have almost already wrapped up the arrival of Inter Milan's powerful fullback Denzel Dumfries in order to provide fierce competition for Trent Alexander-Arnold.
On the Catalan side, FC Barcelona also need to move urgently to restructure the squad and refill the club's coffers. Sport leads with an evocative headline, "Aceleran las salidas," the departures speed up. The paper reports that prodigy Ansu Fati's move to AS Monaco is progressing very well for a fee of €11 million, which would be the club's first official sale of the summer. Under the guidance of super agent Jorge Mendes, Barca are also trying to place Marc Casado for an estimated €20 million, while young Rooney Bardhi is prioritising a loan move to gain more playing time. At the same time, the Blaugrana are not giving up on their attacking ambitions. Mundo Deportivo devotes its main cover to the reasons for Julián. The paper explains that there is absolute consensus within the Barcelona hierarchy to make Julián La Araña Álvarez the club's top attacking priority. Although he is not a pure penalty box number 9, his dynamism, pressing ability, link-up play, set-piece quality and huge hunger for trophies make him, according to the paper, the best opportunity on the global market. Atletico Madrid, meanwhile, have still not responded to Barcelona's initial €100 million offer, but the situation could accelerate after the World Cup as Mundo Deportivo reports that the Madrid club is also closely interested in Victor Osimhen. The Nigerian, a Galatasaray player under contract until 2029, is valued at between €70 and €100 million. That could be one possible route to compensate for Alvarez's likely departure. Spanish news is echoed in dramatic fashion in Italy, where the Transalpine press confirms Denzel Dumfries' imminent departure for Madrid. La Gazzetta de Sport and Corriere de Sport share the same shock front page. Dumfries d'Amu. Dumfries to Moo. After 5 full seasons and 8 trophies with Inter Milan, the right-back is set to pack his bags. Jose Mourinho, now on the Real Madrid bench, has made Dumfries his absolute priority, and the Madrid hierarchy is ready to pay his €20 million release clause. That departure is causing huge panic at Inter, as reported by Tutto Sport. Sporting director Piero Ausilio has set his sights on Atalanta Bergamo's young fullback Marco Palestra, 21, identified by Christian Chivu as the ideal successor. But the operation looks complicated. Atalanta demand no less than €50 million, taking advantage of strong interest from Newcastle and Manchester City, where Enzo Maresca, Pep Guardiola's successor, also wants to bring in the Italian talent. In Piedmont, Juventus are securing their future and offering a much-needed declaration of love. On the front page of Tutto Sport, Turkish prodigy Kenan Yildiz, officially declared non-transferable, reassures the Bianconeri faithful, "I want to leave my mark on Juventus history." The striker says he has become aware of a new responsibility since putting on the famous number 10 shirt. By contrast, the atmosphere is far more electric around Dusan Vlahovic, 26. La Gazzetta de Sport sets a blunt ultimatum: OG firma or addio, sign today or goodbye. Juventus are demanding an immediate answer over their contract extension. If negotiations collapse, Corriere de Sport reports that Paris Saint-Germain striker Randal Kolo Muani is actively pushing for a move to Turin, with advanced contact already established with the Paris hierarchy. That's all for today. Thanks for watching. See you soon for the next episode of 12th League Daily.